headache. Ugh, hope my body can handle it this time. Welcome back to Eddie B TV. I am, of course, Eddie B. Nice to see y'all. And we are back at you again today for another reaction video. And like I said, a new start to the stand-up week is right here in front of us, ready to get our laugh on. And yeah, hopefully we have some fun, you know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get started with it. We're gonna get going with somebody new that I have not gotten to before. And let's hope that we're gonna have a good time. We're gonna get into some Pete Correale today. Okay. Now, I'm actually surprised that I got that right. I had to look it up just to see if I was going to get it right because I knew, because everyone knows how bad I suck with names, that I was not going to get that right on the first try. So I figured it out, so we're definitely going to get to some of him today. And this one is going to be titled, Couples Who Don't Argue Are Lying. Wow. Well, that's truthful. You know what I mean? I know, lying, truth, I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty funny. But yeah, man, the title got to me on this one because I had a lot to choose from. And, you know, it was just something that I really wanted to tap into a little bit. First of all, let's hear what he's talking about. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have something to say. So, yeah, we're going to get into it, like I said. And this comedian was suggested to me by one of my very loyal subscribers. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and shout her out today. Carrie, I don't know how to pronounce your last name. I'm not even gonna try. I couldn't reach out to you and figure out the pronunciation. So thank you very much for suggesting this comedian to me. I'm always trying to get to some new things, and hopefully it registers up here and makes me laugh, you know, because that's always why we're here, you know, to have fun and relax and get our laugh on. So I appreciate the suggestion one more time. And we're gonna get into it, like I said. So, Pete Correale with Couples Who Don't Argue Are Lying. And if you like this reaction, please boom on the like button for me one time. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and leave a nice comment for you, boy. Constructive critiques, leave a nice suggestion or a request, and throw a couple zingers at your boy. Friendly dialogue, no drama here, all right? Definitely none of that. Ain't having it. So yeah, man, new start to the comedy week, and yeah, as soon as I'm done wrapping all this up, I gotta get right back to the booth and have another long day there. Yeah, but I told you I was gonna try my best to keep up with this, and I'm not trying to make a liar out of myself. All right, man, well, you know what, I'm glad to get to new things always, like I said, and I'm ready to see what this guy has to say. So let's go ahead and do it. Pete Correale with Couples Who Don't Argue Are Lying, right here on Eddie B TV. New week of stand up, y'all. Let's get our laugh on again. Yes, the equipment is working. All right, and let's get situated with this one here, and here we go.
I got a good marriage. I know I do. I really do, because a couple months ago, we put a piece of furniture together from IKEA, and we didn't get divorced. Thank you very much. Damn, okay. That is no easy task. It could be a reality show. That's how hard it is. You just have an announcer come on. We took 3 happily married couples, gave them each one desk and 1 set of bunk beds from IKEA. Let's sit back and watch the tragedy unfold. Tragedy. Tune in week 3 when she calls him a dumb drunk like his Irish mother.
Oh. Ooh, painful.
We get nasty, man. And you try so hard not to fight. We literally designate jobs. I'm like, you work directions. That's all you do. You read the directions, and I'll put everything together. All right, so if I don't understand your directions, I won't rip them out of your hand. Okay. And if I can't get the screw in, don't lean over and huff and puff.
Yeah.
That's what she does. She'll just lean over. Oh, is it time for the expert screwdriver screwer? And you try so hard not to fight, but we get like 10 minutes in and we make our first mistake. I'm trying to be so cool about it. I'm like, baby, you gave me the wrong joint. Now I got to unscrew this and put the other one on. You're giving me more work. I really need you to focus, man. And she's like, well, it's really hard. Well, try harder. I'm sorry. It's not a fight. We got to stick together. Can't fight. That's what IKEA wants, man.
That's real.
I do. I feel like the guy who makes the directions is so miserable. He's like, even though they need 3 screws, I'm going to give them 4 just to make them feel as miserable as me.
That makes sense, yeah.
But you can't not fight. Like, we'll get like 25 minutes in, 30 minutes in, and I just lose it. Guys know, you ever just feel yourself losing it? I'll just start talking louder and faster. Yeah, I'm like, come on, you got to hold the board. Hold the board. Hold the board. Hold the board! She's like, my arm's tight. I'm like, you wanted the desk! It's like IKEA's slogan should be IKEA. Hope your marriage is stronger than our furniture.
That's a good slogan. Oh, I like that. I like that. Oh,
I don't understand couples that say they don't fight. That's insanity. It really is.
Yeah.
I try to bite my tongue, but I can't help it. Like, all right, recently we were putting together a DVD player, and like, I'm not very electronically inclined. Like, my only job was to stare at the screen and let her know when there's a picture. And meanwhile, she's hunched behind all the furniture. And like, she keeps going, anything now? And I'm like, no, not yet. How about now? Anything now? And I'm like, no, not yet. How about now? Anything now? And I'm like, you know what? You don't have to keep asking me. I'll definitely tell you as soon as I see something.
Exactly.
What do you think? I'm just gonna stand there like, ooh, I wish she'd ask. I'm looking right here. She's like, anything now? Yes, yes, God. He's waiting. You can't not fight. I was having a beer with a buddy recently. My cell phone rings. My wife, she goes, yeah, did you eat all the cold cuts? I'm like, yeah, I guess so, you know. She's like, thanks a lot. I didn't get one ration. Ration? Who uses the word ration? What are we, shipwrecked? I'm like, oh, sorry, Captain. Just toe the line. I'll get some more on the way home. But he's like, what was that about? I'm like, you don't even want to know, man.
Oh, okay. That's the end of that one. Okay. Yeah, I like that, you know. It's pointing out some classics right there, you know. I think everybody, men and women alike, we've all dealt with this, you know. It's only natural. Yeah, I think the title really speaks for itself, you know what I mean? If you really say, oh, we don't argue, we don't fight, you're definitely lying. Because if you're not, what he said, it's insanity. I mean, what are you going to do? All right, man, that was Pete Correale with Couples Who Don't Argue Are Lying. Well, man, you know, obviously people are going to probably shoot down some of what I'm saying just based on the fact that I've let it be known that I'm not married. I've never been married and I never ever will be married. It's not my thing. I don't believe in the institution. I think it's a big sham, and I think it breaks couples up more than it keeps them together, you know. When you hear all those stats of like it's a flip of a coin if a marriage will work out, I'm just thinking, no, because I get mad as hell when I lose a coin toss. So imagine how I'm going to feel in a marriage, for crying out loud. But you know what? I've been with my lady for over 7 years now. Actually, I love being with her, but at the same time, there's a lot of things that I just don't like about being with her. Same with her for me, you know. Couples arguing is the most natural thing about being with somebody. I really believe that. Because when you first meet somebody, it was like from a dude's perspective, you just thinking, okay, she looks good. All right. Hopefully she's not an idiot. She knows how to be quiet sometimes, and you know she knows how to put it down for your boy, and you know hopefully she can make a decent meal and all that. We can enjoy watching a good show together or something like that. You know, you always think about those things in the beginning, but once you're actually together and you've invested some time, you realize there's a lot of little things about each other that you just don't like. You know what I mean? Like, one of the things growing up that I didn't understand, and this is like kind of veering off subject just a little bit, but my grandfather raised me, and a lot of times, you know, when I would mess up and do something stupid, he would say, boy, I love you with all my heart, but I'll be damned if I have to like you. And I'd be like, whoa, what does that mean? You know, because I didn't get it at the time I was a kid. But yeah, I get it now more than ever, and I think it applies to basically everything. Like, I got a best friend, C-Dav the CEO, you know, that I've known for over 30 plus years, you know. And I love him with all my heart because he's like a brother to me. He's practically my brother, you know. But me and him, there's things that we don't like about each other. And if we spend too much time around each other, man, those things are gonna come out, and it's gonna come out in the form of an argument, on the borderline of going to blows and all that. We haven't ever gone there before, and hopefully we don't ever have to, because you know it's my homeboy. I don't want to fight my friends, you know. But in a relationship with your lady, it's no different either, you know, because We just got into an argument last night, for crying out loud. You know, it was like a shouting match that went on for about maybe a half hour. And then it ended up being just whatever. We didn't confront anything else. We woke up this morning like everything's fine. But it's like, yeah, we need to figure that out about each other. One thing that she can't stand about me is that I have strong opinions about things that she absolutely despises. And me, I don't like when she tries to man up on me when she's a woman. I don't like that. You know, we both have things that we don't like, and it comes out in an argument all the time. But I think, honestly, if we didn't get that off our chest, we probably would be done like a lot quicker, you know, than the time we've been together. It's been 7 years, you know. But who knows, man? Maybe the next argument will be the last one, or maybe it'll be about another 100 more. I don't know. But I won't say that it's particularly healthy to argue all the time, but I think it's necessary to definitely get some things off your chest once in a while. Like I said, you know, I don't even bother with the examples that he gave, talking about putting things together. I'm like, look, I am not one of these dudes who has a problem with asking for directions if we're driving somewhere, and I have no problem dissecting directions if I'm putting something together. I don't really need help like that. Just stay out my way and everything will be cool. You do your thing, I do mine. You know, like he said, you know what I mean? You know, just pretty much designate what I think he said designate what your jobs are and all that stuff. Because I think in some cases, the more you work together on things, the more it's gonna divide you, you know, because everyone thinks that they got everything figured out and everyone thinks that they're better than each other. It's like a weird ego competition between the two, and that can be very unhealthy as well. But you know, she doesn't like when I get too loud, you know what I mean? It makes her want to walk away. And I don't like that she's always trying to be this, like, getting the last word in all the time. Like, we'll have an argument, and then we're walking away from each other, but, you know, like, yeah, you know what, the hell with it, all right? Just the hell with it. She's like, well, fine. I go, fine. She goes, okay. And I go, okay. And then, you know what, ugh. And I'm like, and she goes, yeah, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I know. And it just keeps on going until somebody shuts up. And me, I'm very competitive. I don't ever shut up, and neither does she. You know, so sometimes she actually tried to pull this one on me, and I'm laughing about it now because it's funny. She's leaving the room, and she going to shut the door, and then she goes, throws one more last word in it, and just goes, ha, whatever, and then slams the door before I can say the next thing. So what do? I go running down the stairs, and then I open the door, and I'm like, yeah, whatever, bam, and then I slam the door, and I run upstairs. Sometimes she's, you know, energetic enough to come back for one more, and then other times she just goes, got me. But yeah, man, that's couples for you right there. That's relationships. I think it's a little bit more intense when you're married though, and this is just my assumption, because like when you realize that marriage is a lockdown situation that it takes a long time to end if you really were to be over, so maybe it just gets a little bit more anger filled. But me, I'm not naturally angry. I'm just naturally what's the word I'm looking for? I'm just naturally into stating my case. You know, let's just put it that way. I don't really enjoy fighting with anybody, especially with a woman, because it's not really getting down to the root of the problem. It's just a stupid competition. Like I said, an ego competition. And I think that needs to be nipped in the bud sooner than later. But sometimes people don't get the point, you know, and they end up taking it way too far. And the next thing you know, you find yourself, you know, some couples find themselves in a domestic violence situation, or maybe you might find yourself saying something that you wish you didn't say. You know, me, I don't ever regret what I say anyway, because all those feelings are right there. You just have to make sure they come out in a way that's not just like, okay, well, you left the toilet seat up. You know what? I hate your mother. And you know, that stuff. But, you know, just keep everything in perspective. That's all I could really say, if anything. Just my opinion, you know, because I've been through hell and back with women over the years when it comes to arguments. As long as you don't put your hands on me, now that's a deal breaker. As long as you don't put your hands on me, then I think we can argue about anything and be okay. But like even with the arguing, that can go too far. I've had females in the past, man, it got so bad. So right before the breakup, they said, you know, you should just kill yourself. And I'm like, ooh, wow, okay. That was like a low blow in boxing right there. You just hit me right in the nuts right there. Like, I can't believe you just said that. All right, well, I'm not gonna kill myself, but I'm definitely gonna kill myself away from being with you. But you know what, hey man, yeah, there's not really much you can say other than just pick whatever battles you think are necessary, you know what I mean? Stand firm, but you know what I mean? Don't be so aggressive to the point where it gets out of control. But yeah, that's just how I feel. Pete Correale is a very funny dude from this first clip that I've seen, and for the subject matter, I think he made a lot of good points. So yeah, man, great clip, and I'm gonna go ahead and cut it off right there. Thank you one more time to Carrie. I'll actually just try to say this. I don't know if I'll get any of them right. It's either Lapis or Lepides or something like that. I don't know. School me on that in the comments, please, so that way I know for sure for future requests that you might give, and that way I don't look like a damn fool when I'm trying to pronounce your name ever again. So thank you, Carrie, for the great suggestion. Pete is a very funny dude, and hey, I can't wait to get to more of them in the future because he's a very funny dude. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this one up one more time. Pete Correale with Couples Who Don't Argue Are Lying. And if you like that reaction, please boom on the like button for me one more time. Subscribe to the channel, ring that bell, and of course, as always, leave a nice comment for your boy. Constructive critiques, leave a nice suggestion or a request, and throw a couple zingers at your boy. Friendly dialogue, no drama here. And yes, that's exactly how I wanted to say. You guys know the deal. So yeah, this is gonna be Eddie B TV signing off one more again here. A great start to the new stand-up week with this guy, Pete Correale. I was just gonna wing it at first when it came to pronouncing his last name, but I said, nah, man, I'm not trying to look too stupid with this. I'm trying to make this a habit of like learning things, pronunciations before I get into it, because I don't want to be insulting to the comedians, you know, because I'm a fan of comedy and I'm trying to do the right thing, you know. So I had to look up maybe an interview that he might have been on, see if somebody pronounced his name on there, and sure enough, I found one. So that's how I'm able to say it correctly, and hopefully the person that said his name said it correctly too. Although I don't want to feel like a bigger idiot. So yeah, thank y'all for tuning in one more time to this one, man. Hopefully I got some more new stuff to come throughout the week, or maybe I just might do a couple of repeat from comedians, but hopefully it's still new. Well, it's going to be, but hopefully it's good new material, and we can continue to get our laugh on, shall we? So yeah, man, like I said, thank y'all for tuning in, and until next reaction, love and appreciate y'all. Peace.